I'm Richard Doherty, CEO and founder of Scale Up Consulting, author of Unlock Hidden Profit Zones, and we're down here on ground level at Amsterdam Fintech Week. We got Jeroen from Fincog, and we are chatting about digital banking. And I think, there's a lot going on in the space, right? A lot going on in the space, and you guys are obviously helping out a lot of fintechs in the space as well. And one of the constant murmurings I'm getting in the market right now is there's a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges for startups, scale-ups, as they look to continuously add to their stack, to their digital stack. What do you think are the top three challenges that the guys out there are facing right now?
Yeah, sure. So we tend to help banks to transform themselves, to innovate and evolve, to digitalize. And banks are in a challenging position typically that they're struggling with their organization, held back by legacy technology, legacy way of working, big sort of internally oriented organizations. And due to that, they are held back by the customer experience that they cannot meet. They have all these fintechs that are out here as well, offering a great customer experience. How do banks keep up? And thirdly, also the struggle to make the change that's needed, change in way of working, change of mindset. And those, I think, are the three main impediments that banks face today.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, as we move forward into the next evolution and the next wave of innovation, I guess the incumbents need to put digital at the top of their list when they're thinking about strategies for the coming years. But in the same breath, we also need to understand market movements, understand market trends. So when they are coming up with their vision for, let's say, 2025, 2030, that it is a vision that can stand the test of time. So from your perspective, from the market, what are the current trends that you are seeing inside the digital banking space?
Yeah, sure. So there are a variety of trends, and the big driver is the digitalization of the whole world around us. How we live, how we work, anything that we do. And it also affects banking, of course. Banking is one of the industries lagging most behind, but they are affected. The customer experience is changing, and how do banks keep up with that? It's not just customer experience is changing, but also industry itself. New players are coming up. The value chain is being broken up. Banking is opening up, becoming more into embedded finance. You have all these sort of complicating long-term trends that are happening, and banks need to keep up with those trends. And if that is not difficult enough already, in the coming years also we expect sort of a perfect storm to emerge with macroeconomic events. We have the turmoil in Eastern Europe, we have rising inflation due to that, so a variety of factors. And it all comes down to digitalization, changing customer experience, banks struggling to keep up, and then macroeconomic events making it more difficult for banks to do so.
To add to that, we are in a new age. No longer are we in the age of information sharing. We are in the age of connectiveness, right? And making certain that our ecosystem being financial services and fintech, can connect, can collaborate, can grow together, right? And, part of this evolution is obviously the digitization, but also not forgetting the people, right? And, the people inside of that, I'm not referring to the little bubble that is, financial service, but I'm talking about the people that actually need the financial help, the underbanked, the people that are sort of outside of that sort of little world that sometimes we neglect with inside sort of the fintech space. So how do you see further adoption taking place as we move forward in this digital area?
Yeah, so firstly it's a question to what extent is further adoption needed. It was all about financial inclusion and do people still need a bank account or do they have other means? But in general, it all comes back to meeting customer needs. What we see, the world is changing, and in order to survive as a fintech as well as a bank, you need to continue to meet customer needs. And those needs are changing, so that also means your services need to change. And that will determine the fate between the ones that will make it and the ones that don't.
And as we wind up this year, we're in the final furlong, and we start glancing over and looking at 2023. What's your advice to financial service leaders out there? How can they unlock the hidden opportunities in the future?
Yes, that's a good question, because it's easy to pinpoint what's wrong, but then what do you do about it? And it's easier said than done. I'd like to take this moment to briefly refer to a report that we've been writing about the future of banking, what's happening in the coming years, and what banks need to do exactly about this topic. But and that's named Banking for Tomorrow, that will be launched in the coming week. There are a variety of factors. It starts all with a customer-centric organization. Make sure that you understand and meet the customer needs, and whole organization is geared to that. And then obviously, to make that happen, it's about technology, it's about data, have the right capabilities, alongside a variety of other enabling factors. It's the leadership, it's the way of working, and also it's about focus as an organization. What we see today, new players coming up, don't try to do it all yourself anymore, do what you excel. Also acknowledge your weaknesses and partner with others to make your own offering better.
Awesome, great insights there, and good to have a chat with you today, and looking forward to continuing our discussion at Amsterdam Fintech Week.
Very good, it was a pleasure, thank you.